James Charles flew out a 20-year-old. Let's talk about it. This is Rich Lux with the hottest tea on. Okay, so for those who don't know, the receipts. I got receipts from here to the moon. I don't even know where to start, guys. When I look at it, I'm just like, where do we even start? How do I make sense of this? So there was this girl named Kayla that James Charles was friends with. We talked about this briefly in another video, but now we have receipts, we have text messages, and so much more. So grab a snack, and come on back, because this potentially could be the downfall of James Charles. And it's gonna be a long one. So I got my Boost Oxygen Air, because I'm bougie, I don't want to breathe the normal air. Y'all breathe. There we go. See that? 100% oxygen. Oh my God, this is crazy. Okay, I love the world we live in. All right, so here we go, guys. He had a friend named Kayla. She's a young girl. She would make Get Ready With Me to go to high school videos. And she was, young and popular. James Charles swooped in because she was popping. She was popular. He wanted to be in videos with her to, cross-pollinate. People do it all the time. Rappers do it all the time. So it's like, whatever. I get the gig, right? Well, she had a boyfriend. And his name was Evan Johnson. And he's now been arrested. It's now public information. AOL News posted it first that I know of. And now it's making sense because in the documentation, he was doing like domestic, with the girl Kayla. People thought when she had bruises on her eye or hickeys, they thought it was something else. Now it all makes sense what was going on. Well, according to what we have here, all right? Now James Charles, right? James Charles had not responded to this as the time making this video. But according to what we have here, the rumors at the time were that James Charles was trying to, link with Evan Johnson. That was the rumors that was circulating around. Well, I came across it and I was like, well, this is all just speculation and rumors, just gossip at this point, right? So then as I look further into it, as days went on, Kayla's friends started to come out and say some things. I believe even Kayla's sister even came out and said something in a video. And I'm just going to give you a brief rundown of what we have here. It says right here, thirdly, Kayla's sister confirming James is involved and did support Evan, knowing what he did. So knowing that James Charles knew what Evan Johnson did physically to Kayla, he still was involved, allegedly, I said that because I'm going to see the receipts, flying the 20-year-old kid out. And I'll get there about the age. Then confirming it was because James wanted some D and Evan is closeted, ? Not sure, don't want to say for sure in case I understood wrong. And those are some of the speculations I have here. And then we have text messages, guys. And we'll get to that in a minute. There's some rhetoric going around about the kid's age. And here's what I got to say about that. James Charles is 26 years old at the time making this video. And Evan Johnson is 20 years old. He is, by the state that he lives in, I'm just keeping it real, he is legal. He is acting as an adult of sound mind. So I know there is a big, 6-year age difference there. I'm just like, hey, as long as the guy is legal. People are nitpicking, oh my God, he's 5 years older than him or 6 years older than him. How gross is that? Listen, from what I've seen men date young women all the time. They do it for the money, the clout, whatever the case may be. You got a 50-year-old man dating a 26-year-old girl. I see the gig, right? So I'm not going to condone that and be like, oh, it's okay, way of the world. And then this situation, hold him to the flame. The guy's of age, point blank period. If he was underage, I will be sitting here making videos about it all day, every day, twice on Sunday. But that's not what we're talking about today. The guy's of age. Can we just drop it? I'm not, whatever. The guy's of age. So then I have the, apparently this got leaked out. It was the flight information, the ticket that was sold. Okay, and let's get into the text messages. So here we go. Yeah, we can hop on a call later, man. That's Evan Johnson in purple. And then James Charles says, okay, I'll be available around 11 p.m. LA time. Are you on the East Coast? And then Evan said, I'm in Nashville, so CST, but I will be up. Okay, I'd really appreciate if you could take down your videos
Hey guys, I know this is going to be a tough video, but I have to do this. I want to thank all of you guys, for all of the support. But I'm seeing and getting a lot of messages about JC is having comments taken away, he's blocking people, and people's videos are getting taken down. So James, I'm calling you out. Let's talk about whenever we were in the car and you were FaceTiming, Evan all the time. You remember the time when you were just talking about how fat your ASS was? You remember talking so badly and poorly about Kayla and pretty much hyping Evan up that he wasn't in the wrong, that he won out of this? Like, let's talk about the time and when we were on FaceTime and then you hung up and then you sent a message on Instagram and says, I have a big surprise for you when you get home. Just remember, I went home with Evan, so I saw everything. You remember the photos you sent? Multiple photos. You just had to show it off, didn't you? You just really had to get to Evan, didn't you? If I'm wrong, please come at me. Please. If you can prove me wrong, come back at me. But let's see where this goes, because you definitely need to be called out and stuff needs to stop getting deleted. Just because you have power and you have followers does not mean absolute shit. You're in the wrong and you're in the wrong. That's it. So speak up. Stop hiding. Stop acting like nothing's happening, because I'm not going to stop. If I have to get everything out there, I will. I am not going to stop. So James, what's your response?
Hold on. When James Charles said, I really appreciate if you could take down your videos until to me, that's James Charles trying to control the narrative, control some situation, which we've seen James Charles do many times when, James Charles is a type A personality, and usually those type of personality, they really try to control the situation or almost narcissistic tendencies. And we all have narcissistic tendencies, some more than others. And I think James Charles has, a few more boxes checked than most, but very boldly to say, you take down the videos and we can talk. So, I don't understand that. What's that going to prove? Then the guy says, I understand some things, James, but him flying there and staying after y'all had so many conversations about Kayla on the phone and he had me be quiet. So let me just say that in the TikTok video, the description reads, and I want to give you lots of context because context does matter. Screenshots surfaced. This is an insane amount of proof so far. People defending James Charles in the comments need to stop. Why don't you believe the victim and their family? Kayla has been nothing but amazing and kind. That was that. Then we have the next text message. And I believe this one's the most dramatic one here. Oh, it's so long, girl. It's so long. What am I going to do? I got to get my magnifying glass out for this one because this damn print is so small. Let me see here. Oh, yeah, I'll just zoom in. I understand some things, James, but him flying there and staying after y'all had so many conversations about Kayla. Not him trying to manipulate me. Only Evan knew both. Okay. Then it says, the night you told him to hurry and get home because you had a surprise for him, I was there and laying in the floor. There's a lot, James. I'm a model. I'm not a hater, by no means. My own little sister and nieces watch you. But deep down, right is right and wrong is wrong. Kayla has been so sweet and it's just not right. There's so much information and it's a lot. James Charles popped all the way off. He popped off. He said, you were also very close with him until you learned that he was lying and manipulating everyone. So you did the right thing and cut him off. As soon as I saw Kayla's video, I was absolutely disgusted by his actions and realized he lied about everything to me. So I did the exact same thing you did, cut him off. Then James said, I'm just confused because only a few days ago you were reaching out trying to help. But now that I've responded to your messages, you're more interested in exposing me? The whole point was to speak out, and there you go. That's the message that I got. So then why is James' user cropped out? And that's his this is the rhetoric that's going on right now. More people have come out speaking out about James Charles. We do have an update video. Let me play it for you right here.
Guys, I just posted my most recent video on part 3, but I'm best to just do a quick little recap because I'm getting comments already of how does this have to do with JC. So JC was taking up for Evan. After Kayla left Evan, JC was wanting to get with Evan. Evan was following through with it. He brought him to LA. Things happened. They communicated every day. It was everything was completely on the DL, and there's just a lot. It's a lot, but let's just say justice for Kayla, and JC needs to be held accountable. He is okay with the actions, or he wouldn't have flown him out to have a good time with him for multiple days at his own home. So, I love you guys, but there's just so much, and I'm trying my best, but if you guys have time, y'all can go watch the other videos, and it'll make a lot more sense, and hopefully some other stuff comes out on other platforms. Love you guys.
So, reason why there is a lot of, like, hullabaloo about... If you're from Houston, do you remember a club called Hullabaloo? Do you remember that club? Hullabaloo. Is it still open? Do you remember? It's closed now. It was a famous club. Club Hullabaloo back in the day. Anyways, let's dissect this. Why is this such a big deal? So let's talk about that. Here we go. I don't know what road was it. I think it was on either Old Galveston Road or Telephone Pole Road. Telephone Pole Road, whatever. All right. Let me get my oxygen there. It's fresh air, guys. Okay. We got a lot to talk about because I went shopping today and I want to show you all the things that I got. You're gonna be shook. So stay tuned for the end of the video. Oh, we have also some new makeup that I got in the mail. Not sponsored, although I should be. We're gonna talk about that too. And it's very interesting. Like, I can't wait to get this part of the video. Okay. So before I go any further, leave a like, leave a comment, drop a hate comment, whatever you gotta do. And we have members now, so you can join and become a member. Be a sneaky snake today. Help keep the lights on. You feel so inclined. All right. The reason why this is a big deal is because here you have James Charles, who became really good friends with a girl named Kayla. And instead of him maybe making a video, bringing awareness to Kayla in the situation, he's till this day stayed quiet about it. He's blocking people. And these are things that are told to me. Then there's allegations of him behind Kayla's back hooking up, or I don't want to say hooking up because we don't know if they actually, did anything, but at least flew him out to hang out for the weekend and have a good time. Enter whatever you think. If you have a gay man who is going to approach a straight man, allegedly, and want to fly him out for the weekend, you already know the deal. You already know there's something going on. This is why the straight man would have to set boundaries and say, sure, James, I would love to be flown out to Hollywood and hang out with you for the weekend. But just know that I am straight and I would want my own hotel room. Can we make this happen? You know what I'm saying? And just set boundaries and verbalize it. Whatever the case may be, the guy flown out there. And the people are upset because it just seems like James Charles chose a man over standing by his friend. It's like the moral of the situation. I think people are trying to make it more of like, he's after another straight guy. He's trying to turn another straight guy out. And the thing is, if a straight man is going to be best friends and buddy-buddy with James Charles, just know maybe he's not 100% straight. He may self-identify as straight, but, maybe he's fluid with his gender and want to, put on some wig too and go out and kiki with the night away with James Charles. You don't know. Maybe Evan Johnson wanted to get up in the geesh and throw on a wig and go out and party with James Charles and live the James Charles fantasy. Or maybe Evan Johnson wanted to go out there and, smash papas and, smash and knocking boots with James Charles. And maybe James Charles would buy him a Tesla or something. Like, who knows? Maybe Evan Johnson could be James Charles' boyfriend and he could have that whole Jeffree Star, Nathan Swan experience that he always wanted. I just think it looks bad. And all it would take is James Charles to put out a tweet. I did not have sexual relations with that. It's something with that guy. Like, this is false. These people are using me for clout. That's all what James Charles would have to say. And you know what? In my opinion, I think this is all just drama because James Charles has a palette he's about to come out with. That's what I think about it. So, I don't know. Does that make sense? Like, am I reaching for the start? Am I reaching for saying that? It just seems kind of like clout chasing-ish, right? But at the end of the day, from what it looks like, it just looks like James Charles knew that this guy, this is what it seemed, I'm not saying what it is. What it seems like is that James Charles knew that this guy had abused his girlfriend, and he ended up still hooking up with him, allegedly still hooking up with him, flying him out. And the receipts are out there. And what's really making it damaging is when you have Kayla's sister coming out, and then you have other people making videos talking about the situation. So it's not like an isolated event. It's not like his word against hers. When you got James Charles' word against 3 to 4 other people. Evan Johnson has been known to start drama. Has been known to be like clout chasing-ish. Like, he has been that. So could Evan Johnson, it could be a possibility that Evan Johnson could be making all this up for clicks and views. And I know a lot of you are going to watch this video and say, I don't even know what the hell Kayla is. I don't know what the hell Evan Johnson is. I know James Charles. But this is it. There are these younger influencers. They're 20, 18, 19 years old with millions of followers. And this is who we're talking about. And James Charles is hanging around them. You know, there you go. Let's talk about this. All right, guys, welcome to the shopping part of the video. I got this at Ross too. Check it out. Pretty neat. It's just, it's okay. It looks cool when I battle on TikTok, but that's pretty much it. All right. So the first thing I want to show you is shout out to She Glam. They wanted to sponsor me, and I told them no. I said, first of all, that's way too low of a money. I'm not going to get out of bed for that. I'm not going to, no. If you want to send it to me, you can send it to me. And we'll talk about it later. Maybe like the next launch, we'll have a talk. And so they sent me over their new blush. And this is what it looks like. And let me see if I can pop it open. Here it goes. They sent me all the shades. This is the one that I like the most. And this is in shade Guava Juicy. And I have it on right here. But I've been wearing it for about 4 hours now, I think, give or take. And so I went shopping and I just did one side. I didn't do the other side. So this is what it looks like. You kind of see it there. And I just get my fingers and I'm just gonna, do that whole gig with it. I like to put in the blush a little higher because it gives you like a lifted effect. But when I went out, it looked really pretty. And so see, now it looks more vibrant and just out there. But this one, it's kind of dull a little bit because I had it on for a while. So the staying power, it's mid. It didn't really stay all the way, but I didn't set it or anything like that. I didn't put any type of thing to make it stay, but it looks pretty. I don't think it's a shade for everybody. For if you're like a brown skin person with rich texture, I don't think that shade is for you. But they do have other shades. So then they sent me their new lip balm. This was very innovating. I'd never seen a lip balm like this before, and I'm so excited to try and show you guys. So first of all, you open it like this, you just twist it, and it just looks like a pebble, like a marshmallow or something. Like, so weird, like the indentation, it's so weird. So pop it open like that. This is the color I got, and you see this right here? There you go. You have a built-in scooper, and it has no shade. It looks blue, but it's just, I don't know. See, it looks blue right here. Look at that. And I'm gonna put it on. The scooper, I think the scooper is a little bit of a gimmick. And then my lips usually get dry, like right here on the sides. There you go. Pop it in. Look at that. Back in there. Twist it up. And there you go. And look. This is their pocket lip balm. There was no sheen. I mean, there's sheen, but there's no shade. And it's not sticky. It's nice. It's just different. It's a different take on it. So I got that. Then I went over to Walgreens because I heard Walgreens has an exclusive skincare line. and I want to go check it out. So I got the Walgreens collagen serum and the Walgreens niacinamide serum as well. Then I also had to pick up the Walgreens in the same packaging vitamin C serum. The sale it's still going on right now. So if you guys run over to your Walgreens, it's buy one for $5, get the second one for $2. So I got a lot and I stocked up on it. And this is my first time using it. And I was like, you can't go wrong with some of these. I mean, vitamin C, a little pepper. And I do like how this is glass. And I do like how this is the amber shade of the glass. Because if you know about real vitamin C, it needs to be in this type of bottle. Because something about the light touching it, it just disrupts it. So when I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, we're getting that. So I'm going to put some here. Not even going in my mouth though. I know good vitamin C when I see one, trust me. I spent a lot of money on skincare, and let me tell you, I've had lasers, facials, filler, Botox. I'm just gonna put that on, okay. No scent. Yeah, no scent at all. So these are my first impressions of it. Let it lock in. I'm putting it all over the makeup too. But vitamin C is very, 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 very important. So I picked up that, and I do want to go back, and I want to buy more. I really want to stock up for the rest of the year because that was a really good sale. $5, get the other one for $2, or was it $2 or 98 cents? I forgot. $5 for 98 cents, something like that. It was so good. I bought 1, 2, 3, 4. I bought 10 of them, I think. So yeah. Then SheGlam also came out with. What is this here? No, not that. I talked about that already. I picked this up. All right, this is the Dermalogica Daily Micro Exfoliant. I was gonna pick this up at Sephora. This is pretty pricey. It comes in around $70-something. This is what it looks like right here. This is the Dermalogica. I love, 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 love this product. It is amazing. I got the big one. I remember I started off with the small one, and I really liked it. So what it is, it's like this powder. I'll put some right here so you can kind of see it. I don't want to waste it. Here you go. That's what it looks like right there. So you're gonna take that powder, and with that powder, you add a little bit of water, and you just do all that, and it foams up. Put that on your face, and your face does feel smoother and softer. It is taking away that dead skin off your face, and that's what it says, micro exfoliant. Brightening, and it says rice-based powder exfoliant. I think Tatcha has one similar, but this one is the holy grail. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna steer you wrong, not sponsored or anything like that. I got this one here. Then I picked this up, the Nicki Minaj Pink Friday. I had to pick up another one of these. I'm obsessed. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's all. Anyways, guys. Fully moisturized. All right, I'm douched and dangerous. All right, I'll see you guys later in the next video.